Savate loja taten beketayam bedayate nama tiyata om dum 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 shodayam beshodaya asama samenta awaba savarana gaten gangana sobavam beshede abe kinza demam sarva tatangada sungada vara vajana ameda abe kekara Mahamada Mindavade Ahara Mama Aya Sandaran Shodayam Beshodaya Gangana Sobavam Beshude Unakam Benzaya Pareshude Sahasa Reme Sinzodade Sarvata Tangada Avalokan Katra Paramada Parapuran Savata Tangada Made Nashabhama Tate Sarvata Tangada Shendaya Ade Tate Made Mahamade Benzakaya Swatana Pareshude Sarva Karma Avarana Beshade Tatana Vardaya Mama Ayar Beshade Sarva Tatangada Samaya Ade Tate Om Mane Mahaman Bamana Mode Mahamad Mamad Sumad Tata Buddha Quarter Pare Shude Bapade Bude Shude Hen Zayan Banzaya Mara Para Sapara Sarvam Buddha Ade Tade Shude Buden Benzan Mahan Benza Sun Benzan Garben Zayan Garben Benzan Zolan Garben Benza Uba Benza Samba Benzan Benza Bawata Mama Shararam Sarva Satonenza Kaya Pareshude Bhavate Mesanda Savangade Pareshude Shetza Sarva Tatangada Eshaza Mam Samasho Sayinda Budaya Sidaya Bodaya Mozaya Shodaya Samenda Mozaya Samenda Reme Pareshode Savata Tangada Shendaya Adetad Made Mahamada Minda Pade Sova Om Drum Sova Om Amadaya Dade Sova Om Avon Changshe Ang Rakya Mam Sava Sada Eshaza Sova Om Namo Bhagavate Savate Loja Taten Beketayam Bedayate Nama Tiyata Om Dum Shodayam Beshodaya Asama Samenta Avaba Savarana Gaten Gangana Sobavam Beshede Abe Kinza Demam Sarva Tatangada Sungada Vara Vajana Ameda Abe Kekara Mahamada Mindavade Ahara Mama Aya Sandaran Shodayam Beshodaya Gangana Sobavam Beshude Unakam Benzaya Pareshude Sahasa Reme Sinzodade Sarva Tatangada Avalokan Katra Paramada Parapuran Sava Tatangada Made Nashabhama Tate Sarva Tatangada Shendaya Ade Tate Made Mahamade Benzakaya Swatana Pareshude Sarva Karma Avarana Beshade Tatana Vardaya Mama Ayar Beshade Sarva Tatangada Samaya Ade Tate Om Mane Mahaman Bamana Mode Mamad Sumad Tata Buddha Quarter Pare Shude Bapade Bude Shude Hen Zayan Banzaya Mara Para Sapara Sarvam Buddha Ade Tade Shude Buden Benzan Mahan Benza Sun Benzan Garben Zayan Benzan Zolan Garben Benza Uba Benza Samba Benzan Benza Bawata Mama Shararam Sarva sato nenza kaya pareshode bhavate me sanda savangate pareshode shetsa sarva tatangata eshatsa mam samasho sayente bedaya bedaya sidaya sidaya bodaya 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 Mozaya, Mozaya, Bamozaya, Bamozaya, Shodaya, Shodaya, Bashodaya, Bashodaya, Samenda, Mozaya, Mozaya, Samenda, Reme, Pare, Shode, Savata, Tangata, Shendaya, Adejana, Adejad, Mede, Mede, Mahamede, Mahameda, Minda, Pade, Sova, Om Drum Sova, Om Amedaya, Dade Sova, Om Avon Jang She Rakya Rakya Mam Sava Sada Ekyaza Sova.
Sölkha. Now we're doing the Sölkha practice, starting on page 1.
Noi sanje je dan zo jen jo no la sanjo pa de da. Da ge jen so je pe so nam je no la pe so san je no pa yo.
Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha and Dharma and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion.
Ni jong sei jang do ne jong lo me den de to ji de de jong yang xian jia jie no xiang a de zeng a jie ba o hong zhang ra da da ma la bam bam dam jian zai hong ye na wo long ge me long ye me ba zai xiao ko wei ni jong bo wo zhe le jian dang ma me jie ga ga jiu Zai lai wang zhe de zhe ga de xian ye san da wa jie wo ye de zai dan ba ye ye xie de zai jiang cao jie.
Page 3. I appear as the Yidam deity. From the seed syllable at my heart emanate Ram, Yam, and Kam. Fire, wind, and water burn, scatter, and wash away the faults and defects of the Torma. Above wind and fire is a hearth of skulls. Above that is a vast and spacious skull filled with the 5 meats and 5 nectars. The 5 meats are marked with Om, Hum, Dam, Shri, and A, and the 5 nectars with Mam, Lam, Bam, Bam, and Dam. A wind of Hung emerges from the nostrils, blowing, stirring, and lighting the fire, which melts and boils the substances. The defects bubble over, and the pure essence fills the skull to the brim. Above a moon disk lit, Hum, Ah, and Om are stacked one above the other. Lights radiate from these and gather nectar, which merges with the syllables. The 3 syllables and moon disk melt into light and dissolve into the nectar. Thus it transforms into an ocean of wisdom nectar.
Om Avon Havore, Om Avon Havore, Om Avon Havore, Ranga Toka Savole, Untre Lama Yedan Don, Gondo Jujong Song Me Cho, No La Sok Jong Yep Da Dan, Gere Len Chan Ro Doje, Jin Dan Jin Dan Dan Da.
Light light radiates from the seed syllable at my heart, inviting the Lama, Yidam, and Dakinis, the protectors and guardians of the Dharma, wealth gods, guardians of the directions, local spirits, obstructing spirits, karmic creditors, and the 6 classes of beings who then gather before me like billowing clouds.
Om Benzagan Baden Bebe Debe Alogengand Nevede Yabda Bade Zaya Zoa. Komane rem yin jawu dorje bagaya Torma transorni jamjor.
According to their ranking orders, these guests partake of the Torma with light tubes emerging from their Vajra tongues, and thus are pleased and satisfied.
Avon Tenzin Zove Lama Dan Dopa Dorje Jangla So Walo Menga Dambaye Sanyen Jebe Lamana Ye Hero Ye Garangai Zozo Thupsang Chodopa So Wando So Doji Song Oma Yedang Sabju Namju Dan Namju Lami Jidibe Deji Thupsang Jizida Manamaya Jumat Denya la so jara la ya do ram jam san yen ga ya dan jan go jam zu zo ye ke ro je karam ga men den de do zo da ne ngo da nam ni zo do so o ma tam jin jam zon do do jen ban go sa ga sa ron ze sa do ga ya ba da yon la song go be zo den song je je do ma da mo na jam da haran Yin Jong Sen Long Ra La Bea No Jin Zamas Ju Jen Go Je Torma Nam Ye Hiro Je Garam Kai Pa Je Ne Dhondrup Gai Do Do Je Lopon Ko Tse Seng Chu Dan Tin Pa Song Yam Da Kai Sam Dhondrup Pan Zu Oma A Ho Namang Tu Sen Zambat Ne Jin No Da Po Mo Na Mong Zi La Ngan Zambar Da Re Zi La Chin Ya Yam Chu Jin Torma Do Yong Je Chuden Lan Ju Bewanzo Woma Wo La La Zakar Jarjin Da So Jun Jo So Zari Pangon Den Je Zang Zon Chujin Torma De Ye Hiro Je Karam Kai Pa Je So Lan Tenzin Drup Oma A Hon Nam Sa Parsum So Je Ye Ye Da Nyoma Ne Nam Che Pa Yon Ne Da Da Ge Da Pon Ko Je Torma De Ye Hiro Je Karam Kai Dandu Chikin Do Panzu Oma A Hong Gek Dan Lon Din Jong Be Cho Len Ja Po Lon Shangon Kayen Che Jin Torman De Ye Kero Je Karanga Ye No Se Hyen Ne Pen Se Len Ja San Hyen Po Long Go Shangon Da Jen Kon Oma A Hong Do Do Sim Jin Ta Ye Zon Che Jin Torma Ja Jin Ye Kero Je Karanga Rana Donga So Hyen Ne Pen De San Sun Jun Jo Page 12, English.
Home, please consider me. Home, please consider me. Home, please consider me. Glorious Vajra Guardian, Great Black One, and Teruka, Glorious Great Bhairava. By nature you are one with Dharmata. In essence you are the same within primordial wisdom. And in character you are equal in unhindered activity. hero who defeats all unfavorable circumstances. You are the foremost lord of all appearance and existence, and all gods and demons. Wrathful local guardian, great leader of activity oppressors, invincible sovereign of radiant splendor, you protect awareness-holding yogins as if they were your own children. You assess the absorption of oath-bound practitioners. You are endowed with the radiance of peace, the splendor of increasing, and the power of magnetizing activity. You are swift in activities of liberating savage foes and hindrances. Your mighty skill in protecting the teachings is sublime. Powerful Lord with the name, the one endowed with mighty Vajra wrath, great warrior, god of yogins, please heed me. Please dwell in this holy shrine of enlightened body, speech, and mind of myself, the yogin called Vajraheruka. Please act to conquer the dread of the four maras and all obstacles along my path of supreme bliss, whereby I will accomplish unsurpassed awakening. Please cause me to encounter the Samadhi companion that will guide me on the authentic path. Until I attain awakening, help me to never deviate onto mistaken paths with body, speech, and mind, and cause my mind to turn toward freedom and awakening. May all unfavorable circumstances in this world be vanquished. May perfect auspiciousness and goodness pervade and increase. May God's spirits and humans be brought under control, and at all times and in every circumstance, may enlightened activities be accomplished according to my supplications. As you are the glory and protector of all wandering beings, please perform activities to grant supreme and common cities without obstruction and effortlessly. May I vanquish all unfavorable circumstances, the enemies and hindrances with wrong views and the like, and may perfect auspiciousness and goodness pervade and prevail. Ma Shri, by the power of your compassion and previous aspirations, Mother Achitugidolma, arise from the Dharma sphere and look upon me from the space of primordial wisdom. Miraculously descend upon this activity mandala. Mother Achi, Lady of Nanam, powerful Dharmatara, Wisdom Tara, Samaya Tara, magnetizing goddess, flesh-eating Karma Dakini, noble lady Dashit Tsering Ma, Mio Lopsang Ma, Deka Dosang Ma, Shingishal Samam, and Thubten Jing Samam. Protectors of the lineage forefathers, protectors of frightful hermitages, protectors with Samaya who pledged to protect the teachings of the Kagyu lineage. Your luminous wisdom never fades, your compassion never withholds, your blessings are never far, and your power is unobstructed. All of you, bless us yogins and our retinue through your enlightened body. Bless us through your enlightened speech. Bless us through your enlightened mind. Bless us through your enlightened qualities. Bless us through your enlightened activities. Act so as to conquer adverse circumstances and the dread of the four maras. Please cause us to encounter the Samadhi companion that will guide us on the true path. Thus, until I attain awakening, help me to never deviate onto mistaken paths with body, speech, and mind, but cause my mind to turn toward freedom and awakening. May all unfavorable circumstances in this world be vanquished. May perfect auspiciousness and goodness pervade and increase. May God's spirits and humans be brought under control, and at all times and in every circumstance, may enlightened activities be accomplished according to my supplications. As the glory and protector of all wandering beings, please perform activities to grant supreme and common cities without obstruction and effortlessly. May I vanquish all unfavorable circumstances, the enemies and hindrances with wrong views and the like, and may perfect auspiciousness and goodness pervade and prevail. Jaya Jaya, Siddhi Siddhi, Pala Pala.
jarve gasong dorje no boje yen do jarve yam se le jeng saro dong som sing dong kan do je kan do do da nyen ze gut jeng go ya ya ben je ma nen da yong da zhe zi yong ko pa nya zhen da je pa jeng go bo den je zang a da no bo dong da xia sa bum je ma mo se wa gang bo no jin zhe po nya de jin sa jin som le a se je dong le zi dong ko je da ye ze re mo na jan rat hara me sen ja je nam de se zam la ren a le zi no jim yen jo ya zab de ra la ja je gong a no je ya le tan je ta la chang ba ge ni ye ni ding gun be ding ba jo na la se de ta lo ya je jin zi ta na ding ko song do ren jin de da ge zo da da bu ni ju da ren ma jo do me ra do ma de me ta za ren jin gong so go ge zang wa zang ge jo ba ji ge jin ba ye xin che ba zo bi song tam jin jam zhe zo lan bo so lan je lan bo lo ji ja to dang ga ngo tam zeng nyam ja ya gan do zo ji ji be xia to da ba da song zhe le ngon dun zhe ga dan din song ko dang ga za Por da nyen be da be so sum cha da wa da so ne be ge po pa je je da se bu bu dong do je san de na je gen de ban je de song gon che je ren chin je xie de din be sa jin ja ban jun go din se ga ja long je na dan jin zong ye de ze be nan je jo wen de len de ban zo san je din song gon jo wan ban gen den de jong nam jo ze ba be nyen be da sa da be dong bol ko da long ju je ba ni dun de ge me long zo je be le do me la yan zin de mo je wa da no da de nyen be dam se yam nge ba na da man da le la ren jan do a ko nen zo ye la nam ba ro be den den je sa mi de we na yang a ba je so je de de na zhe da ma yin zhe dong che wan ya la da ye lam jun po san zo si se lam chang yo le do dan je pa da ja jong gon se wa jo do na sam de ye gen de ba da dan ta ye sim jin tam je je la me zo be san jo de ba ge jin pa ji ma le yo wa dan den je ma le len jen de ban zo je ka ye ya la ram ba tam je de bang a de zo wan ze ba ye so ma ye ge no che na da ga song do ma le do ba Gampa den be de be a lo gen gen de ne be ya da da de za ye so sa do sa ma ya ma na pa la ya me do sa do de no pa de dan do me ba wa so de ga ya me so ba ja ya me ba wa ana ra do me ba wa sa wa se de me ba ya za sa wa ga ma so za me ze dan xia le yang ko ro ha wo ban ga be sa wa da dan ga da be za ma me me za be za ba wa ma sa ma sa do de ne din dan len je do ko wa si de yo ne me me ze da Zada so me sa da di dam ben za ye so wa jom din de je jing a re de ba se be kan pe yen jong wa ya ye be ju jong so ma nam je da ye yo on ben za he ra ga sa ma ya ma na ba la he ra ga de no ba di dan de do me ba wa so do ya me ba so bo ya me ba wa ana ra do me so ba ze de me ba ya za sa wa ka ma so da me je dong je yang ko ro ha ha ho ban ga Savatangata Herakama Memeza Heraka Kuamba Ma Samayo Sato Ahom Pi. Page 25. Hoi won benzane da gundale hana vumbe ome soba vashadai sarva dharma soba vashado hoi tongbe ngale rambo chele tra noyang sheng ja chewe nando torma kado terane Puson soba ye shije de te janzo jembo ja.
From the state of emptiness arises a vast and spacious vessel composed of precious substances. The Torma inside it transforms into a great ocean of wisdom nectar, endowed with perfect color, scent, taste, and power. The mundane guests and transcended ones partake of the Torma by drawing its essence through straws of light that emerge from their tongues.
Omega, Sarva Dharmana, Dedebena, Dedawama, Pesava, Omega, Sarva Dharma, Adenebena, Dedawama, Pesava, Omega. Omega Sova Omega Sava Dharmana Denebena Det Omega Sova Omega Dharmana Denebena Det Omega Sova Omega Nada da wama wambe so wa jejin torma damba de baba zona nye jaje dam din don redo dorme zanje len japolon so wada la me sanjo ne to yo.
May this Torma offering please the assembly of noble ones. May it mend Samaya with the oath-bound ones. May it satisfy the 6 classes of beings. May it purify the depths with karmic creditors. And may all beings swiftly attain unsurpassed awakening.
Again, 25. Om benzane da gundale hana vombe ome soba vashada sava dharma soba vashado vai dombe ngale rambo jele tepe noya shenja jeva nan torma kado tero ne pampo sonso yishe jeda ze janso jembol ja.
From the state of emptiness arises a vast and spacious vessel composed of precious substances. The Torma inside it transforms into a great ocean of wisdom nectar endowed with perfect color, scent, taste, and power. The mundane guests and transcended ones partake of the Torma by drawing its essence through straws of light that emerge from their tongues.
Omega Sarva Dharmana Denebena Dedawama Vombe Sov Omega Sarva Dharmana Denebena Dedawama Vombe Sov Omega Sarva Dharmana Denebena Dedawama Vombe Sov Omega Sarva Dharmana Denebena Vombe Sov Omega Sarva Dharmana Adene benada da woma wom be so wa woma ga roma ga sa wa dharma. Adene benada da woma wom be so wa inje je torma tambande pape zon. Tam jin to dan gan je je rai trao torme chen je je len ja polong san wa da la me san jo nyor da ya.
May this Torma offering please the assembly of noble ones. May it mend Samaya with the oath-bound ones. May it satisfy the 6 classes of beings. May it purify the depths with karmic creditors. And may all beings swiftly attain unsurpassed awakening.
Condole hana hana hombe ome soba wa sheda savadam soba wa shedo wa tombe ngale rambo chele trepe no yang shen ja jewe nan torma kato tero ne pan poson soba ye shi je de ze jan zo jembo je.
From the state of emptiness arises a vast and spacious vessel composed of precious substances. The Torma inside it transforms into a great ocean of wisdom nectar endowed with perfect color, scent, taste, and power. The mundane guests and transcendent ones partake of the Torma by drawing its essence through straws of light that emerge from their tongues.
Omega, Omega, Sarva Dharmana, Denebena, the Home Beso. Omega, Omega, Sarva Dharmana, Denebena, the Home Beso, Omega. Adene benade da wom beso wa omega omega sarvadam. Adene benade da wom beso wa omega omega sarvadam. Adene benade da wom beso wa omega omega sarvadam. Adene benade da wa pe so wa injo jin torma tambande pape chona ni je je tam jin to da gong je je rai do torme cham je len ja bolong san wa da la me san jo ne do jo.
May this Torma offering please the assembly of noble ones. May it mend Samaya with oath-bound ones. May it satisfy the 6 classes of beings. May it purify the depths with karmic creditors. And may all beings swiftly attain unsurpassed awakening.
Page 27. Om Beda Neda Gandale Hana Hombe Ome Soba Washada Savadama Soba Shada Hai Dombe Ngale Rambo Jela Trepe No Yang Shen Jajevenan Torma Kado Terone Pan Poson Sob Yeshi Jede Zejan Jembo Jo.
From the state of emptiness arises a vast and spacious vessel composed of precious substances. The Torma inside it transforms into a great ocean of wisdom nectar endowed with perfect color, scent, taste, and power.
Oma Hum Besowa, Oma Sarvada Engada, Venekam Badaya Saparvara, Oma Garoma Sarvada Mana Dene Benada, Oma Hom Bezo Oma Sarvadata Ingada Unekambadaya Sabare Varabe Oma Garoma Gazavada Adene Benadeta Oma Hom Bezo Oma Vadata Ingada Unekambadaya Sabare Be Oma Garoma Gazavada Oma Hom Bezo Oma Sarvadata Ingada Unekambadaya Sabare Varabe Oma Garoma Gazavada Mana Adene Benadeta Oma Hom Bezo Oma Sarvadata Ingada Unekambadaya Sabare Vara Argambadeza Yeso Oma Sarvadata Ingada Unekambadaya Sabare Vara Padempadeza Yeso Oma Sarvadata Ingada Unekambadaya Vara Pepe Padeza Yeso Oma Sarvadata Ingada Unekambadaya Sabare Vara Dibe Padeza Yeso Oma Sarvadata Ingada Unekambadaya Sabare Vara Aloke Padeza Yeso Oma Sarvadata Ingada Unekambadaya Sabare Vara Ngine Padeza Yeso Oma Sarvadata Ingada Unekambadaya Sabare Nevede Padeza Yeso Oma Sarvadata Ingada Unekambadaya Sabare Shada Padeza Yeso Lama Danga Da Bendo Yarsan Sabye Ramze Yavaka Yeshe Paye Tseyen Jozoma Namba Janme Shala Jangza Lon Jojen Tormonde Yela Nanjo Da Jango Jeje Nemi Tsedan Waso Dan Pardan Radan Garu Zain Long Joja Gunto Jen Yedan Jela Soba Ye Le Jeng Da La Zo Dan Tse Jen Da La Zo Eng De Gen Je Ga Den Zo De Me De Nang Ge Na Shava Dai Me Lang En Dan Se Mang E Se Den En Ba Me Ban Zo Je Den De Shen Lo Le Dan De Nam Pe Shen Jun Pe Da De Le Tham Jen De Ba Da Ye Lan De Ba Gan Don Do.
I pay homage at the feet of Vijaya and the glorious goddess who is the color of the autumn moon, with exceedingly beautiful and peaceful forms, 3 faces and 8 arms, she who grants supreme life and wisdom beyond measure. Accepting this Torma offering, please grant us practitioners and our retinues good health, longevity, power, glory, renown, good fortune, and abundance. Grant us mastery over all activities such as pacifying, increasing, and so forth. You holders of Samaya, protect us and graciously bestow all accomplishments upon us. Pacify untimely death, all illness, negative forces, and hindrances. Eliminate bad dreams, ill omens, and evil spells. Grant well-being to the world, good harvest and abundant crops. Cause the teachings to flourish, bring about joy and happiness, and fulfill all aspirations as they are intended.
Gondole Hana Hana Wom Ome Soba Vashada Savadama Soba Dombe Ngale Rambo Jele Debe Noya Jacheve Nandu Torma Kadon Derona Pusan Soba Yiki Jede Janza Jembo.
From the state of emptiness arises a vast and spacious vessel composed of precious substances. The Torma inside it transforms into a great ocean of wisdom nectar endowed with perfect color, scent, taste, and power.
Om Avo, Om Na, Om Avo, Om Ditaragdaya, Om Agar, Om Agar Sarvadamana, Denebenad, Om Avom Pesova, Om Ditaragdaya, Om Agar, Om Agar Sarvadam, Adenebenad, Om Avom Pesova, Om Ditaragdaya, Om Agar, Om Agar Sarvadamana, Denebenad, Om Avom Pesova, Om Berapajdaga, Om Agar, Om Agar Sarvadamana, Denebenad, Sova Om Beradagaya Umaga Ramaga Sarvadharmana Denebena de Doma Pesova Om Beradagaya Umaga Ramaga Sarvadam Adenebena de Doma Om Pesova Om Berapachaya Umaga Ramaga Sarvadam Adena bena de da oma avom pesova om beraba jaya oma garama gazavada Adena bena de da oma avom peso om beraba jaya oma garama gazavada manam adena bena de da oma avom pesova om beshavanaya oma garama gazavada Adene bena de da oma avom peso Om beshavanaya oma garama gam sarvadamana Adene bena de da oma avom peso va Om beshavanaya oma garama gam sarvadamana Oma avom peso voi Zombe gogun te da jen Sanje tenpa le jongwa Shalom nevzan so ye ye Ya jen ya Jansa lo Chu jen Torma de ye la Nam yo da jang ko je la Ne me tse da wa so da Bar dan da dan kar bo zon Hong ju ja je gun do je Ya dan je la so ba ye Le jen u zhe da la zo Dan se jen je da la so Nge de gan je dan de zo De men je wa ne na dan De na ge na she wa da Me la nge dan zi ma nge Se de nge pa me pan zo Je den de jen lo le dan De nan pe jen chen pe wa De le dan jen de pa dan Ye lan de pa gan dong do.
Page 31. Homage to the four great kings who guard the four directions of the east, south, west, and north. With the armor of perseverance and endowed with power, they guard well the Buddha's teachings. Accepting this Torma offering, please grant us practitioners and our retinues good health, longevity, power, glory, renown, good fortune, and abundance. Grant us mastery over all activities such as pacifying, increasing, and so forth. You holders of Samaya, protect us and graciously bestow all accomplishments upon us. Pacify untimely death, all illness, negative forces, and hindrances. Eliminate bad dreams, ill omens, and evil spells. Grant well-being to the world, good harvest and abundant crops. Cause the teachings to flourish, bring about joy and happiness, and fulfill all aspirations as they are intended. The wisdom being generated by myself as the deity appears in front.
Une kampanjaya sabara vara pipe pade jaya sova ome savadada. Une kampanjaya sabara vara pipe pade jaya sova ome savadada. Anekam Banzaya Sapara Vara Aloke Pade Jaya So Ome Sarva Dadan Gata Anekam Banzaya Sapara Vara Ngene Pade Jaya So Ome Sarva Dadan Gata Anekam Banzaya Sapara Vara Ngene Pade Jaya So Ome Sarva Dadan Gata Anekam Banzaya Sapara Shata Pade Jaya So Lama Tenga Davendo Yasan Sabje Ramze Yavaka Yeke Paya Tsayan Jozoma Namba Jamesha Jansalo.
I pay homage at the feet of Vijayam, the glorious goddess, who is the color of the autumn moon, with exceedingly beautiful and peaceful forms, 3 faces and 8 arms, she who grants supreme life and wisdom beyond measure.
Hoi John de Mela Zong Kordan Jebanant Sanje Dan Sanjo Samba Tamje Dagya Bon Lo Yuen Chun Kordan Jebanant Gejen Parje Tamje Shavaran Zedoso Chote Mongang Ada Maleba Thoban Zedoso Deda Maleba Sanjen Chevamib
Assembly of deities of the transcendent victorious lady, together with your retinues, all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, please pacify all the adverse conditions and hindrances of us all, master and disciples, and our circles of companions. Bestow without exception all supreme and common attainments. Pacify without exception all misdeeds and obscurations, and cause us to attain the city of immortal life.
O Namo Bhagavate Savate Lokya Dembeketa Yampedaya De Namade Adavon Don Don Shodaya Shodayam Shodayam Shoda Asama Samenda Vapa Savarananga Dengana Sobavam Bek Abekenta Damam Sarvata Dangada Sangada Varavata Ameda Beke Gara Mahameda Medava Ahara Ahara Mama Yosidara Shodaya Shodayam Shodayam Shod Gangana Sobavam Pishide Unakam Banzaya Parishide Sasa Mesinzo Tete Savadada Avalokene Katra Parameda Pare Purane Savadada Gada Madinda Yabameta De Savadada Gada Shenda Aditana Aditade Mede Mede Mahamede Bezakaya Savadana Parisha Savakarma Avarana Beshede Jade Nevod Bishade Savada Dangada Samaya Aditana Adit Om Mane Mane Ma Mane Bamane Bamane Ma Bamane Made Made Ma Mama De Sumade Da 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 Buddha Kote Parishade Bapadam Padeshade Henzayanza Benzayam Benzayam Mara Mara Para Para Saparaya Sapar Sarvam Buddha Aditana Aditade Shuddhi Buddha Benzin Maham Sun Benzin Benzin Gaben Zayan Gaben Benzayan Gaben Benzin Zolan Gaben Benza Ubaben Benza Samba Benzin and Benza Bavada Mama Shararam Savasadone Kaya Pareshade Bavada Mesanta Savangade Pareshade Shet Savadadangada Aishaza Mam Samasha Sayinta Budaya Siddhaya Bodhaya Bodhayam 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 Shodayam Bashodayam Sameda Mozoya Samedara Me Pareshade Savadadangada Shindaya Aditana Adit Mede Ma Midavada So Om Dhan Sova Om Amadayan Dade Sova Om Avon Dhan Ang Araja Raja Mam Sava Sada Ishaza Sova Mam Jor Badayan Yambat Kayan Nipan Manjib Jashya Nong Pare Jorpan Tekan Jeje Zupaso.
Page 34. If anything was incomplete, degenerated, or beyond my power to perform, whatever additions, omissions, or mistakes I may have made, forgive them, please.
Om Benza Sada Samaya Manupalaya Benza Sada Denob Tidandado Me Baba Sudakaya Me Baba Subhajaya Me Baba Anarado Me Baba Savaside Me Dayata Savakarma Suzame Zedashayangoro Aho Bangavan Sarvadadango Dan Benza Mame Benza Benza Baba Mahasamai Sado Om Benza Sadwa Samaya Manupalai Benza Sadwa Denova Tidandado Me Baba Sudakaya Me Baba Sabajaya Me Baba Anarado Me Baba Savaside Me Bayaza Savakamasa Zedan Goro Ha Ho Bangavan Sarvadadanga Dan Benza Mame Benza Benza Baba Ma Sadovai Om Benza Sada Manapalaya Benza Sada Denova Tidandado Me Baba Sudakaya Me Baba Subhajaya Me Baba Anarado Me Baba Savaside Me Bayaza Savakama Suzame Zedan Goro Aho Bangavan Sarvadadanga Dan Benza Mame Benza Benza Baba Mahasamai Sado Yeshebana Tenda Yemejor Tamsek Bada Nejuran Yinje Takbe Mingme Wusar Dewa Jimbe Ranshije Ngowa Tomba Nyedojo.
The wisdom beings become inseparable with the representation of the deity, the commitment being the universe and all beings transform into their innate empty condition that is naturally pure, blissful luminosity, free from any reference point.
Nam De Yang Kosam Je Sim Je Tam Je Dev Yen Ye Be Ye Yen Yot Toba Jor Je.
Through this merit, may all sentient beings of the three realms swiftly attain the primordial awareness of the Tathagatas.
Oi Parmo Gon Ye Ye La Den Zon Je Pen Zo Ze Ye Ngo Den Ye Zo Ye Je Da De Je Da Le Nam Ja Ve De Ye Zo Da Je Da Ye Yo.
Upon one's merely thinking of her, the glorious goddess grants the city of abundant life and conquers the hostile demon of the Lord of Death. May the auspiciousness of the Supreme Sugata Ushnisha be present.
Is in English.
Upon one's merely thinking of her, the glorious goddess grants the city of abundant life and conquers the hostile demon of the Lord of Death. Homage to the Supreme Sugata Ushnisha. The all-victorious stupa stands on a throne made of various precious elements, with a vast and abundant array of exquisite adornments, and conquers all adversities. Homage to the nature of the Dharmakaya. At the center, on a brilliant moon and a 1,000-petaled lotus in full bloom, is Amitaios, the Lord of immortal life. Homage to the emanation of the beautiful goddess. From the widely praised form of Ushnisha Vijayam, the victorious crown of all Buddhas, emanate boundless streams of light. Homage to she who bestows the attainment of immortal life. Homage to her form, which unites the beauty of 10 million autumn moons, her nature fully liberated, the adornment of a lotus stalk, her 3 faces, the 3 kayas, and her cross-legged Vajra posture, pure method and wisdom. Homage to her, whose 3 faces have each 3 eyes. Her main face is charming and white like a kunda flower. Her right face is peaceful and the color of refined gold, and her left face is semi-wrathful and blue. Homage to her, whose hands have a crossed vajra, a white lotus with Amitabha on top, a supreme arrow that strikes at the heart of the Mara of death, and a mudra of supreme giving. Homage to her, whose left hands have a vajra noose held in threatening mudra, a bow made of jewels summoning vast city, the mudra of granting protection, and a vase filled with nectar. Homage to her, who is dressed in white upper robes, exquisite and smooth, who is bedecked with various fine ornaments, who shines brilliantly with colorful light, who wears fine silks and a beautiful skirt. On the right is Avalokiteshvara, white like a water crystal, holding a lotus in full bloom in his left hand. Homage to the peaceful protector of all beings. On the left is the Bodhisattva Vajrapani, sky-colored on a sun disk and holding an Utpala with a Vajra in his left hand. Homage to the conqueror of Mara and his vicious hordes. Homage to those 2 who stand upright with 1 face and 2 arms, adorned with jewels and skirts of various silks, and holding yak-tail fans in their right hands. Homage to Achala in the east, whose nature is generosity, who is blue like an Utpala, and who destroys the Mara of the aggregates with his fiery sword and pacifies all suffering. Homage to Kamaraja in the south, whose nature is kind speech, who is pale yellow like flax, and who slices the heart of the Mara of death with his Vajra hook and overpowers all beings. Homage to Niladanda in the west, whose power is purposeful activity, who is the color of rain clouds, and who reduces to ash the Mara of afflictions with a murderous bludgeon and increases abundance. Homage to Mahabala in the north, whose nature is consistency in words and deeds, who is dark yellow like a bee, and who overcomes the Mara of the divine sun with his blazing Vajra and subdues all vicious ones. All stand on lotuses and sun discs, each with 1 face, 2 arms, 3 wide open and glaring eyes, their mood impassioned, their left leg extended. They are brilliant and majestic. Homage to the fierce destroyers of all hindrances. Homage to them whose deep blue color is like sapphire, their dark hairs streaming upwards, who are adorned with 8 nagas and jewel ornaments, who wear fresh tiger skin skirts and whose left hands are in the threatening mudra. Homage to the radiant young gods of pure abodes above, who make infinite offerings of incense, perfumes, and garlands of well-arranged flowers. Homage to Indra, the leader of gods, who holds aloft a supreme jeweled umbrella, and who, together with his retinue, abides amidst the clouds of righteousness and thunders out melodious praise. Your nature is utterly pure like space, upending the manifold lattice of conceptual elaborations. You are the basis of myriad immaculate qualities. Homage to the Dharmakaya Ushnisha, abiding in Akanishta and other pure lands. Your supreme body, most beautiful in form, is endowed with the major and minor marks. You satisfy the minds of pure beings to be tamed. Homage to the Sambhogakaya Ushnisha, manifesting myriad forms and teaching myriad dharmas to accord with the inclinations of limitless tameable ones. You bring to perfection whatever they desire or hope for. Homage to the Nirmanakaya Ushnisha. By the power of praising you with respect, visualizing your exalted form and reciting your powerful mantra, let us accomplish all desired aims that accord with the Dharma. All negativities arisen from the forces of karma and emotional afflictions, the cause of all fear and suffering so difficult to bear, of limitless beings, others and myself, please pacify them. All unfavorable conditions, enemies, robbers, and thieves, oppressions by barbarians, the terror of harm by wild animals, foreign armies, and so forth, arisen from past karma and temporary circumstances, please pacify them. All harm caused by evil spirits who disrupt life force and virtuous practice, the 424 kinds of illness, epidemic disease, the 80,000 kinds of disease-causing spirits, and the 15 great demons and so forth, please pacify them. The harm inflicted by meteor strikes, earthquakes, curses, and spells, sudden death, all harm from humans and non-humans and so forth, please pacify them. All pollution created by the sudden strike of murderous evil spirits, poison, deadly chemicals, ingested toxins, and all defilements and impurities caused by hostility and impairment of samaya, please pacify them. Through though such misery of outer body and inner mind results from my own actions, through the power of your mastery of the 10 powers of a bodhisattva and the 10 strengths of a Buddha, please pacify all forms of suffering. Overpower all my miseries through my previous virtuous aspirations and the samadhi of great bliss. Please pacify all karmas and emotional afflictions, all karmas and obscurations that lead to a short life, accumulated since beginningless time, while endlessly wandering in samsara, taking the lives of others, hurting and robbing them, and so forth. Please purify and cleanse them. Now that I possess good merit and karmic conditions, cleanse and wash away all suffering and causes of deterioration and decline with your immortal elixir of life. As the practice of the Buddha's teachings is the only gateway leading to true benefit and happiness, let life through merit, virtuous activity increase like the waxing moon. Conquer the enemy of untimely death and lengthen the life of this excellent body of pure conduct, enhance complexion and the practice of the sacred dharma, and boundlessly increase longevity. As all impure and corrupted substances, such as ill-gotten goods stolen from the 3 jewels or others, has been abandoned through sustenance gained through ethical means concordant with the Dharma without wrongdoing, may physical strength increase. As all illness, oblivious sensuality, and any hindrances to vitality have been pacified, let wholesome activities such as learning and practicing day and night increase. May those who are to be my students regard the law of karma carefully, be accomplished in the meaning of the scriptures, observe pure conduct, and be diligent in learning. May the Buddha's teachings thereby increase throughout the 10 directions. By the power of praising and supplicating in this way, and through having found the royal treasure house of the natural immortal state, the precious jewel of the mind and of longevity, may impoverishment in the life of all beings be dispelled. Now we go to the yellow prayer book on page 11, the dedication prayers. In English, or? Until everything, right? Right, 11. By this merit may I attain omniscience, having defeated the enemies, my wrongdoings. May I liberate all beings who are tossed in the ocean of samsara by the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death. Whatever virtue sentient beings possess, whatever good they have done, will do, and are doing now, whatever goodness there may be, may it permeate all beings everywhere. By the virtue accumulated throughout the 3 times by others and myself, may all beings filling the reaches of space enter the gateway of the unexcelled path, and may they attain the Vajraholder's ground. By all the virtue actually performed and mentally created by myself and all sentient beings of the 3 times, may all beings of the 6 realms attain the 5 kayas and realize the primordial wisdom of the Buddhas in the Dharmadhatu mandala of the awakened mind. Glorious root Guru, precious one, who sits upon a lotus at my heart, hold me with kindness and grant me all accomplishments of enlightened body, speech, and mind. I pray for the excellent health of the Guru. I pray that he lives a supremely long life. I pray that his activities spread far and wide. Grant blessings that I may not be separate from my Guru. May the Buddha's teachings, the only source of benefit and happiness, endure long, and may the victory banner of longevity for those upholding the teachings be steadfast. May the sound of the great Dharma drum liberate all sentient beings from suffering. Please remain and teach the Dharma for infinite millions of kalpas. By the might of this powerful merit, may the aspirations of the benefactors and their circles be accomplished within this very life. May their obstacles be pacified, may everything be auspicious, and may their wishes be fulfilled according to the Dharma. just as the hero Manjushri realized things as they are, and as did Samantabhadra too. I will follow in their path and perfectly dedicate all these virtues. As all such dedications have been praised as supreme by the victorious ones after 3 times, I fully dedicate all my roots of virtue to excellent conduct. By the blessing of the Buddhas who attained the 3 kayas, by the blessing of the truth of the unchanging nature of reality, and by the blessing of the undivided Sangha community, may my prayers be fulfilled according to this dedication. By the virtues accumulated in the 3 times by myself and all beings in samsara and nirvana, and by the intrinsic root of virtue, may I and all sentient beings quickly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious awakening. Great Vajradhara, Tilopa, Naropa, Marpa, Milarepa, Dharma Lord Gambopa, Pagmodrupa, and Lord Jigongpa, may the auspiciousness of all the Palkyi Lamas prevail. Glorious, holy, venerable, precious, kind, root, and lineage gurus, divine assembly of Yidams, assemblies of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, heroes and heroines, Yogini and her assembly of Dakinis, all of you dwelling in the 10 directions, please heed me. By the power of this vast root of virtue, may I benefit all beings through my body, speech, and mind. May the afflictions of attachment, hatred, ignorance, pride, and jealousy not arise in my mind. May thoughts of fame, reputation, respect, honor, and concern for this life not arise for even a moment. May my mind stream be moistened by loving kindness, compassion, and bodhicitta, and may I become a spiritual master with good qualities equal to the infinity of space. May I gain the supreme attainment of Mahamudra in this very life. At the moment of death, may I not experience the suffering of being abruptly severed from this life. May I not suffer a terrible death. May I not die confused by wrong views. May I not experience an untimely death. May I die joyfully and happily in the great luminosity of the mind itself and in the crystal clarity of Dharmata. May I in any case gain the supreme attainment of Mahamudra at the time of death or in the bardo. For this realm encircled by snow-covered mountains, you are the source of all benefit and happiness. Tenzin Gyatso, Lord Chenrezig, may you remain steadfast until the end of samsara. Embodiment of the 3 jewels, great being who upholds and increases the teachings of the Shagya Lion. Supreme are your activities of guiding others with your perfect deeds. May you, the precious Guru who accomplishes everything spontaneously, live long. Holder of the teachings of Lord Jigongpa, great Lord of the 3 jewels, through the power of your peerless compassion and the holy Dharma's peace and light, you bring relief to beings. May your life be long. The one known in the noble land as Arya Deva emanated into the Gar clan of eastern Tibet as Chudingpa, the heart son of Chikden Gompo. May the life of the glorious Gargon remain steadfast for 100 aeons. Page 28. May the teachings of the great Jigongpa Ratnashri, Master of Interdependence, Omniscient Lord of Dharma, who has seen all noble things, be upheld until the end of cyclic existence, through study, practice, hearing, contemplation, and meditation. Your 1,000 arms are the 1,000 wheel-turning kings. Your 1,000 eyes are the 1,000 Buddhas of this fortunate eon. Your love is boundless like space. I supplicate to the Bodhisattva Chenrezig.
No one
30. By this virtue may I swiftly accomplish Lord Chenrezig, and may I bring all beings without exception to that state. See you tomorrow. Thanks for attending our Vishnisha Vichaya Namgyalma practice. We have another day of Vishnisha Vichaya tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Om Namo Bhagavate Savate Lokya Taten Bekidaya Bedaya Te Nama Tiyata Om Dum 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 Shodaya Shodaya Beshodaya Beshodaya Asama Samenta Awaba Savarana Gaten Gangana Sobawa Beshede Abe Kinza Dhamam Sarva Tatangada Sungada Vara Vajana Ameda Abeke Kara Mahamada Mindavade Ahara Mama Aya Sandaran Shodaya Beshodaya Beshodaya Gangana Sobavam Beshide Unakam Benzaya Pareshode Sahasa Reme Sinzodede Sarva Tatangada Awa Lokene Katra Paramada Parapurana Sava Tatangada Mate Nashabeme Tate Sarva Tatangada Shendaya Ade Tate Mede Mahamede Benzakaya Swatana Pareshode Sarva Karma Avarana Beshede Tatene Vardaya Mama Ayar Beshede Sarva Tatangada Samaya Ade Tate Om Mene Mahaman Bamane Mode Mahamade Mamade Sumade Tata Buddha Kote Pare Shede Bapade Bude Shede Hen Zayan Banzaya Mara Para Sapara Sarvam Buddha Ade Tade Shude Buden Benzan Mahan Benza Sun Benzan Garben Zayan Garben Benzan Zolan Garben Benza Uba Benza Samba Benza Bawata Mama Shararam Sarva Satonenza Kaya Pareshade Bhavate Mesanda Savangade Pareshade Shetza Sarva Tatangada Eshaza Mam Samasho Sayinta Bedaya Sidaya Bodaya Mozaya Shodaya Beshodaya Samenda Mozaya Samenda Reme Pareshade Savata Tangada Shendaya Ade Mede Mahamada Minda Pade Sova Om Drum Sova Om Amedaya Dade Sova Om Avon Jamshe Anga Rakya Mam Sava Sada Eshaza Sova